Much like everything, there is no one size fits all, as much as we would like it to. Financial advice, clothes, everyone fits into a different category. Everyone has different needs. Everyone has different desires. And when it comes to making money, having money, saving money, that is definitely the case. We are always taught to hustle, to grind, to do everything sort of the same, right? Many of us were sold the story of go to college, get a good job, stay there and retire. And we see how that turned out, right? So now so many people are wondering, well, how do I make money, especially in these uncertain times? Well, of course, astrology has the answer for everything, and your particular money blueprint is found in your natal chart. If you didn't already know, your natal chart is everything. It tells you everything from your personality to your relationships, and as it pertains to the subject matter of this series, your money blueprint, how you make money, how you save money, and how you are designed to work in tandem with money so it flows to you instead of having you have to chase it. All right, so welcome to my 31-day money and astrology series, and we are kicking it off with your money blueprint. So if you want to know more, stick around. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If this is our first time meeting, welcome. My name is Mel. I'm a professional astrologer and sound therapist, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if this is our first time meeting, welcome. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So like I said, welcome to my 31-day money and astrology series, where for the next month, I will be showing up on your feed, hopefully, every single day to teach you about money and your particular astrology, specifically as it pertains to your natal chart. All right. And like I said in the intro, in these uncertain times, everyone wants to know what's the best way to make money. You can turn on YouTube and see a plethora of different videos from different entrepreneurs, people monetizing side hustles, how to make it on YouTube. But what actually works for you? That is the question that plagued me for a while. And I know that so many of you are thinking about, because while certain things seem to be making money for others, maybe they don't feel good to you, or maybe they're not making you money. And in these times, we don't really have the time to be dicking around and trying to figure out what's what when we have the answer right in front of us, which is essentially our natal charts. When you understand how you are designed to make money, how you are designed to spend money, invest money, things become a lot clearer. And then you can start to quiet all of that noise that's out there and really hone in on what works for you so you can get to the bag quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that is my endeavor with this series. By the end of this series, you are going to know your natal chart inside and out, especially as it pertains to your money planets, your money houses, and how best to work in tandem with money. All right. So this is the kickoff video for this series. So I want to talk about some exciting things that you can expect over the next month, what we're going to be doing, and some bonuses and extras that you can tap into. All right, so let's talk logistics. So first, what exactly can you expect? So for the entire month of October, I will be posting a video every single day. And don't worry, it's going to be short. At least I'll try to make it short. Y'all know I like to talk, but a short video every day on money and your natal chart, point blank, period. Okay. So you can expect to learn a plethora of things along those lines. So you'll definitely want to set notifications so you don't drop a video, but just know that every single day I'll be dropping a video around 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can always check around that time. Check out the video from the day before. You know the deal. I'll also have the playlists together so you can tap into that as well. Okay. And so I'm also going to have some bonus materials and some extras. And you'll be able to find all of that within my private community, Cosmic Collective. All right. You can either hit that QR code that's on the screen right now, or you can check out the link in the description box below. So every week I'll be doing a little bonus video over there, which is going to be a live where you can engage with me, ask questions, questions, even if you want to talk something, even if you want to talk about something pertaining to your particular natal chart, you can do so during those weekly Q&As over in Cosmic Collective. Plus, there'll be some extra resources to really help you understand your natal chart and your money blueprint. And again, all of that lives in my private community, Cosmic Collective. And then the most exciting part is that throughout the month of October, I will be doing a giveaway. Now, this giveaway is designed to help me and help you at the same time. So check out the link below because that is how you're going to be able to enter. And essentially, this giveaway is, or it doesn't pertain, this giveaway entails the more people subscribe to this YouTube channel, the more chances people will get to win my signature natal chart experience, which is called the Blueprint. Okay, now this isn't just any regular reading. You not only get a personalized reading, but you get your own private client portal where you get a ton of extra resources. Plus, you will also get a 30-day personalized, customized money map. So you know exactly what to do post reading in order to get your money situation up and running pertaining to you specifically. So you get a plethora of stuff plus some bonuses. And so with this giveaway, I will be giving away up to 3 free readings depending on how many people subscribe to the channel. All right, so you have all month to enter. There are different ways to enter where you can come back every day. You can share some stuff. You can visit Cosmic Collective and you'll get more points, which will allow you to have a better chance of winning. All right. Now, the link to that will be in the description box below where you can check that out and get all of the details. So to recap, every day here on YouTube, you'll be getting a video. Over in Cosmic Collective, you'll be getting an extra live stream plus bonus materials. Plus, there will be a giveaway that you can enter to win my signature experience, the Blueprint. All right. So October is literally lit, my love. So tap in one way or another, and I promise you won't regret it. All right. So now let's get into today's material, which is all about your money blueprint. All right. So now let's get into the details of this video, which is the foundation of your money blueprint, or what I like to call your abundance archetype. So certain parts of your natal chart directly speak to money, either very directly or indirectly in some way. All right. And so now I'm just going to briefly mention these because in subsequent videos, we are going to take a magnifying glass to all of this information. But there's one thing that I want to talk about first, and that is that when we talk about astrology, especially if you're someone who's new to astrology or you're still sort of getting your feet wet, right? This is not fortune telling. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a certain amount of intuition that goes into reading a natal chart and interpreting a natal chart. But above all else, this is strategy. And this is strategy that allows you to take practical steps. Because one thing I love about astrology is that it helps distill the cosmos in a way that helps us live on Earth right here, right now. I love theory. I love esotericism. I love spirituality. But let's be real. I still got bills to pay. I have work to do. I have a family to take care of. You know what I mean? So it's like, what can astrology tell me that I can do practically in my everyday life to make my life better? At least that's how I approach astrology. And that's definitely how I'll be approaching this. Well, that's how I approach everything on this channel, but definitely with this series. All right. So now let's get into your abundance archetype and what forms the basis of that. So within your natal chart, you've got houses and planets. Okay. And if you are really brand spanking new and you kind of need to know what I'm talking about, I have a whole series on how to read your natal chart, which I'll link down below so you can get acquainted with the components of your natal chart. But like I said, there are certain parts of your natal chart that directly and indirectly relate to money and finances. Okay. And so first, let's talk about the houses. Now, the houses are the slices of your natal chart. So the first house that directly correlates with money is your second house. This is actually your money house. It deals with your personal finances. It deals with your income. It also deals with things like self-worth and self-esteem and value. But above all else, especially for this series, what you need to know is that your second house deals with your earning potential and your style of earning. Then We have the ruler of your second house, and I'll get more into this later, but every house is ruled by a sign and also ruled by a planet. And that sign and the planet will give you more information on your earning style and how you are designed to make money. Okay. So everything you need to know about your personal finances, second house. Now, when we talk about finances, it's more than just the money that's coming in. It's also the money that's going out, okay? And so this directly correlates to your eighth house. Your eighth house has to do with debt. It also has to do with shared resources. So your second house, my money, eighth house, our money, and how you spend money or debt that you incur, okay? Then we have your sixth house. Your sixth house is your house of work. So this is like your job, your 9 to 5, the service that you provide on a daily basis. This could directly clue you into your money situation because again, this has to do with your income. And then we also have your 10th house, which is your house of career. Now, this differs from your sixth house because your sixth house is like your 9 to 5, the job that you're doing. Your career is sort of your overarching purpose or vocation. And again, that directly speaks to how you make money, right? So, those are the houses in your natal chart that are really the most important and that form the foundation of your abundance archetype. Now, let's talk about the planets associated with money. And of course, we all know the star is Venus. Venus directly deals with money. But here's the thing with Venus, it's more than just money, right? It is possessions, but it's also attraction. So, how you call money into you falls within the realm of Venus, okay? Now, the other planet that's really important when we talk about money is Pluto. And a lot of people don't talk about this too much because Pluto is a ball of intensity. But Pluto can represent your hidden wealth. It can also represent how you transform your money situation. So Pluto is that mysterious kind of planet that could really change your financial situation, maybe in unsurprising ways or maybe in ways you never thought of before. Then the other major player when it comes to money is, of course, Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It's also the planet of expansion. And so Jupiter can tell you where abundance naturally lies for you. Jupiter can also show you where you need to expand, perhaps to fall into abundance or to even grow into a better financial situation. And then finally, the other planet that I like to include in this series of money planets is Saturn. Saturn is the planet of stability. So when we talk about long-term wealth, generational wealth, Saturn plays a direct role in that. So it's really important to include that as well, because as much as we like to attract money and be in abundance, Saturn helps us keep what we have copped. So Saturn is super important as well. All right. So, why does this all even matter? Now, these are themes that I will be talking about till I'm blue in the face during this entire series. But when you understand how you are designed to make money, things just become easier. Rather than just doing a million and one things and like throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks, now you understand what side hustles you are really pre-designed to be successful at. Or perhaps what kind of saving style or investment vehicles make sense for you. Remember what I said before, there's no one size fits all to anything. And when you understand your particular blueprint, now money becomes personal. And when it becomes personal, that's how you can achieve success, okay? And it's also important to stop forcing other people's success formulas, right? It's sort of like you'll have people who rant and rave about keto when it comes to dieting, but you tried keto and you lost nothing, right? Like, again, when you understand your own blueprint, everything just starts to make sense, okay? But most of all, the one thing that astrology truly teaches us is to go with the flow. It is when we're trying to swim upstream, when we are trying to do things that are out of alignment, that life becomes difficult and arduous. The universe wants you to be abundant, point blank, period. That shouldn't be contested, and you should never doubt that. The only reason why we doubt that is because we're doing things that aren't in alignment for us. And your money blueprint is where it all begins. So if you're looking to turn things around, this is where you're going to begin. So now the question becomes, what is your abundance archetype? Do you know what your second house or your eighth house is or anything like that? If you do, comment below. And perhaps if you don't, you will want to take my abundance archetype quiz. It's a fun little quiz that'll help you understand your particular abundance archetype better. All right. And you also get some cool little resources with it as well. So the link to that quiz will be in the description box below, or you can also just scan this QR code that's on the screen right now. All right. So to reiterate, when it comes to your money blueprint, we've got your second house, your sixth house, your eighth house, and your 10th house. And when it comes to the planets, we've got Venus, we've got Pluto, we've got Jupiter, and we've got Saturn. Now, in subsequent videos, I will be going into each of these houses in more detail, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So baby, we are just getting started. So make sure you set those notifications and tune in every day at 7 p.m. when I drop a new video. All right, my loves, that's pretty much all I've got for you for this one. So in my next video that I'll be dropping tomorrow, we are going to talk more about the second house and everything you need to know about your personal finances and earning style. All right. So tune in, set notifications so you definitely don't miss it. All right. I'm so excited to be bringing this information to you, and we are literally just getting started. All right, my loves, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.